So I was talking about this Nappy tab. So Nappy tab, I mean, Nappy tab has definitely done good in F&B sector, because of which its sales have gone tremendously high. If you compare the other two, Yangon and the third one, I'm sorry, I'm not getting it. Yeah, it's Mandalay. If you talk about this, you can see that their average income in F&B is 14.49. It's I think $1 million or $1 billion, whatever it is. Okay, the similar goes over here with Yangon as well. You can see it's 14. So because of this only, you can see that there is a tremendous difference, that why the organization the organization is actually facing losses, because the other two departments, or I'm sorry, the other two stores are not actually performing good. So the stores need to see that how they can increase the sales of F&B or other other product lines. In addition to this, what I have actually, yeah, over here you can see the ratings also. Definitely people have given high ratings to F&B. That means that people have a liking towards the F&B products that are being sold in three various stores. So company needs to see that how they can boost the sales of their F&B. So for this also, I what I did is that I came across that how people are actually using their payment plans, or how people are actually paying their bills. So I came to know that, okay, if someone is a member, okay, and he's spending money on electronic accessories or F&B also, he's spending more on credit card and cash. Okay, so this is the complete, you can say that the complete uh, recording, or it's not a recording actually, it's you can say that complete format, okay, or the complete storage, you can say. On the other hand, if you compare that, if a person is not a member, he's paying more from his credit card and e-wallet. So company over here, what they can do is that people who are purchasing through credit card, and if he is not a member of the organization, okay, they can actually give him various offers on, so that he becomes a member, and they can start bouncing on him that, okay, will be giving this much offers, or this is the promotions that are being carried out, so that he becomes a member, and definitely the sales are going to be increased. So once you become a member, what happens is that you definitely get discounts, or you definitely get cashbacks as well on being a member. So you get some discounts on every purchase. So suppose you get purchase, you do a purchase of $1,000, so definitely on $1,000 you'll be getting a cashback of 30 something. So this become, so while you impose this type of things on the people, definitely they are going to be your member. So this is one of the ways you can increase your sales. I mean, this is one of the good ways of exploring the data in a positive format, if you see. So this I have shown for Yangon, how they can actually improve the similar, in a similar fashion I have actually shown for the other two states as well. This is for Napitaf. I mean, they are actually doing good, but still, I mean, how they can also improve on other areas. It's not about just F&B, it's about other areas also, other product lines also, how they can actually improve on them. The similar goes for Mandalay as well. So I have presented each and everything. So whenever the stakeholder is in confusion that how we should pitch, or how we should look forward to our employees, they can definitely refer this, because this is going to be a great help to them. Secondly, I wanted to show, you can say that what through a scatter plot, what is actually the relationship between the quantity and the income. So as much more of the quantity the organization or the store sells, their definitely their income increases. So this is actually what is this graph is actually plotting, or depicting. Next, I wanted to have a what is the correlation amongst the variables. That is why I use this CORR. Okay, this helps us to tell that what is the correlation amongst the various variables. Next, what I have done is that, and over here I've imported certain libraries which will help me to predict what my sales are going to be in the future. Okay, so for this, what I'll be doing is that I'll be using the train test split method. What this method does is that it will be training us for the complete data set. Will be dividing it into two parts. The first part will be training the data set, okay, and the second part will be testing. So what I have done is that in this I have trained 70% of my data, and 30% of the data I've used it for the testing purpose. So if my values goes good with testing the data, I mean on the test side, definitely in the future anyone can use this model to predict that what will be my sales if if my cost of goods sold goes this much high, or my quantity goes to drop, I mean quantity drops to a certain extent. So for this, I have built a model also, which you will be seeing in in the coming time, I would say. So for building the model, I have used this linear model, that is one of the libraries from the sklearn. Then I have also used, you can say, this pre-processing. This actually what does is does this library does, it actually uses, it actually converts the categorical data into numerical or integer data. So over here is, yes, so over here you can see that my data has been actually converted to numerical or integer data, I would say. Okay, so over the process, it goes like this. It uses the label encoder to fit and transform the column name. Okay, next once I have converted this, before this I wanted to tell you is that I have also used this datetime function. Okay, datetime, yeah, library. So to tell that what is, I mean, what is the company expecting the sales on? I mean, is it the company expecting good sales on the weekdays or the weekend sales? So I came to know that the weekdays sales are quite high. I mean, it's approximately double in comparison to weekend sales. So definitely from this, the company can have an overview that how much of the staff they need in what days. So this is actually a very good parameter to study on, so that they can have the good amount of human resource on that day. Okay, once I have fit and transform my data, next what I'll be doing is that what all columns I need, I'll be keeping that, and other columns, unnecessarily columns, I'll be dropping. So after I have dropped the unnecessarily columns, my data set looks like this. Okay, so and this is for my output variable. I need to know that what will be my gross income based on this much parameters, that if from the city, customer type, gender, product line, quantity, total, payment, and the cost of goods sold. So I have built a model on this. As I told you, I'll be using the train test split method, and for my train data I have used 70%, which 1000 is my total rows, 70% becomes the 700. The test data is my 300 rows. Yes, so once I've trained my model, I've entered all the trained variables, that is X train and Y train, and the score of my model is 100%. This is actually a very good news. So that means that I'll be getting a very good score actually on this. So once I enter my test data on the predicted variable, on the predict method, I'll be getting the Y predicted. The Y predicted is the what will be my income. I hope you like this video, and keep I mean keep sharing this for getting more good content. Thank you.